Buddy Dog is a humane society which was founded in 1961. They had found a dog in the Sudbury dump. Back then they would give it to the animal control, who would then turn around and give it to research. A group of people got together and decided to open a shelter, and that's how Buddy Dog started. We get the animals from a couple of sources. We have a lot of local turn-ins from either animal control or people who unfortunately due to the economy have lost their home and have to give up their pets. We also get some that we take up from the south that are quarantined for 48 hours, and then we will try to adopt them out. And lastly, we get them from Puerto Rico through a program called the Salto program. We have a vet on staff who comes in at least twice a week. We also have vet techs that are always here who maintain the animals and keep them up to date on shots, heartworm, and all the things that a responsible owner should do. So our animals are neutered and spayed before they're adopted out. The only exception to that is if we have puppies that are less than 3 months old, then we'll adopt them out with an additional fee, which we will then return when they do get spayed or neutered. With a person who comes in looking for a dog who doesn't have a dog, we have them fill out an application. Then we try to match up both their personality and their activity level to a dog. And what we like to do is have them walk a few dogs, and we try to give them a high, medium, and low, and see where they fall and what they can live with. If they have a dog, then we do a dog intro where we let the two dogs meet each other, and that allows us to see how they get along so there won't be problems when they take them home. We do have a fee for adoption. Dogs are $300 and cats are $125. The adoption fee only covers about a third of the costs that we have to operate, and there's been a lot of research that having some kind of fee puts a little more importance on a dog or an animal that's being adopted. It makes people think more before just running out and getting a free dog. They become a little more valuable to them, and it also makes them think a little bit more, which is part of our educational component. We ask that anyone who is going to live in the home is brought with them and meets the animal. If they own a home, we always check either a tax bill, they have to bring in proof of home ownership. If they rent, then we have a form that they have to fill out by their landlord and get it notarized. Or if they have it written in with a specific weight category in their lease, then they can bring that also. We try to check out as much as we possibly can, but we also try to make it as friendly and approachable as possible. We have a lot of people who adopt a dog, 2 years later they'll come back. We just had one the other day, a dog named Moose, and they had actually adopted another dog named Moose that looked exactly like him 2 years ago. Two hit it off, they played in the playpen, we approved it, and they just sent us pictures today of the two lying in the bed together, eating out of the same bowl, and it was just great. We keep the animals as long as they live out their lives, basically. It is amazing, though, that we'll have dogs that have been here 3 or 4 years that all of a sudden they'll be adopted. We never give up on an animal. We try to make them as comfortable as possible. We have great volunteers who walk them several times a day. We try to put as many people in with that dog as possible so they get to see all the different people and try to make them more adoptable. And I happen to work with the dogs more, and you do fall in love with them, but the thing you have to remember is why we're here. We're really trying to find a good match for them in a comfortable home where they can live out their lives. And there's only so many dogs an individual can take. So it's just better off to find them the right home and really spend the time and the effort to evaluate both the dog beforehand and the people while they're there. And then use that opportunity, once you know the match is good, to really educate them so they'll have a nice smooth transition into their home and joyful life. And remind them that it could be up to 15 years or so. There are many ways you can help Buddy Dog. Monetary donations are always welcome. We have a great volunteer program if people want to get involved with that. We do need dog walkers and kennel help and all that kind of stuff. And we have a great training program, which we do, and I'm involved in that. We also can use donations of towels and sheets and blankets or almost any household goods, paper towels, cleaning supplies, any of that kind of stuff. And we have a great list on our website, which you can look at, BuddyDogHumane.com. We do a lot of programming for children. We don't have any that are standalone. What we do a lot of is Girl Scout troops. Donna's done some work with Hudson High kids. We also have a lot of Boy Scouts for Eagle Scout projects we'll work on. That's how our beautiful trails got built, and we're going to have the inside of the kennel painted after we get the new glass up. And it's nice, and the kids really enjoy it. Buddy Dog has an endowment which is from volunteers who have donated money. We also have fees for adoptions, but they only cover a third of our operating costs, so we really rely on our donors to support us. We have a steady volunteer base that just has helped us tremendously through the years. Event coming up next weekend, it's an appraisal day. We have 2 people who are from the Antique Roadshow will be in, and you can bring your items to be appraised, and they'll let you know what the value is, and hopefully we'll have some nice surprises and everyone will have a good time and support Buddy Dog. We want them to come in and feel welcomed first thing. And then we want them to go and look at the dogs and come back and feel that someone cares and someone's going to spend the time to help them find the correct animal. And that we care as much about that as we do about the animals themselves. So we really spend, I work a lot on Sundays, and we really spend a lot of time with people trying to get them matched up. Once we have them matched up, then we spend a lot of time training to try to answer all those questions they may have, whether they're a first-time dog owner or they've had one and they've had trouble in the past. We try to work with some of that.